Such a shame that we have such beautiful countries in the Balkans, or actually the ex-Yugoslavs. What's up everyone and welcome to a new video.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
My name is Dino and on this channel we do reaction videos, try not to laugh challenges, vlogs, tech stuff, all kinds of various content. So if you're into this, subscribe to the channel for all the upcoming videos. In today's video we have the channel Shiey. We've been watching some, Soviet bunker exploration videos from Shiey, but I never thought that I would say this, but he's train surfing throughout Croatia. So we're going to be reacting to the train surfing journey across Croatia. I have been in Croatia, well, multiple times sounds a bit weird, for a big part of my life. So let's say, even though I'm Bosnian, I live on the Croatian border and I've spent maybe even more time in Croatia than in Bosnia when it comes to that matter. I love Croatia, as you guys know. It's one of my favorites. It's actually, I see it as a second home country to me. So let's dive into it and see where he ended up, how his journey went, and what the things are that he captured on this train surfing journey. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Hi again, friends. Your local neighborhood surfers here. I'm with
Local neighborhood surfer.
We're in Croatia. Beautiful city of Rijeka.
Oh,
enjoyed it for a
Rijeka.
couple days. Now we're going to try to surf to Split.
Split is one of my favorite cities in Croatia. Split, definitely. Rijeka is probably my number 2 and Zagreb my number 3.
Basically across the entire country. It's going to be about 500 kilometers. Not too long, at least compared to our previous surf. Since the railroad in Croatia is not that straight, there's going to be a lot of zigzagging. We're going to go north, we're going to go south, we're going to go everywhere. Basically all over the place.
Yeah, the train network is not very well developed in the entire Balkans. It used to be, but it got bombed to pieces. So most of the stuff is very old, not really modern, and there's a lot of mountains, so you don't really have straight railroads.
Right now it is about 10 a.m. in the morning. We're going to surf out of a yard a bit outside of the city. It's going to take us about 1 hour to get there. And the only thing we're not sure about is how long we're going to have to wait for the train. Trains are going to run a lot less often, but I doubt we're going to have to wait 3 days like last time. There should be at least a couple trains per day. And since it's the morning, we have a pretty early head start. That's it. Heading to the yard. We'll see what's there.
Let's get going then. Train surfing time it is. Only the scenery and seeing the number plates already give me goosebumps because I miss it so much. I haven't been home in almost, but in a year, over a year.
Made it to the yard. Wasn't as straightforward as we thought. Took the bus. That didn't take us anywhere. We had to wait for a taxi. Wasted about an hour and a half, but it's still daytime. Look at the scenery.
Yep. Welcome to the Balkans, Shiey.
It's in the mountains. Amazing.
All once created by the mighty and beautiful Yugoslavia.
Crazy. The only wagons at the yard that seem to have a good enough connection to ride out are the tankers. Really don't want these. These are terrible to hide in. Hopefully there's going to be some others coming. There's some wagons there, but they don't really seem attached to anything. The yellow one further there, so we're just going to have to wait and see. We can actually catch a train here. This is going to be insane.
Doesn't look like you're going to catch a train because you cannot hide on those tankers, as he said.
And a bunch of beautiful stuff. Not really allowed to walk on the yard here, but there's not a lot of security. Slight problem is we're not sure where to wait. Can't really wait there. It goes all the way down. Probably gonna have to be somewhere near the platform. But yeah, so far it's amazing.
Looking good. So far it's amazing. Dude, look at it around you. It's really amazing.
Perfect to ride would be this kind. You can kind of hide a bit on the side. I guess this one would be kind of doable too, because you can slip in under there. The ones that are most likely to ride out are the tanker ones at the end there. Hopefully there's going to be another train just passing by slowly enough that we can hop on. But the number one thing now would be to find a spot to wait somewhere. Yeah.
Still no train.
All right. Decided to wait here.
There's not a lot of trains driving in Croatia. It's not like a
most concealed
constant
spot, but it's
flow.
more like hiding in plain sight.
like in the rest of
Pretty chill
Europe.
out here. It is 11:50 right now. We're hoping that a train is going to pass sometime between 12 and I guess 4, because after that it's gonna get dark pretty quick. This trip was kind of spontaneous actually. Poison just messaged me. He's like, "Let's do Croatia." Okay, now we're here. We spent a couple of days in Rijeka, just chill there. That's basically the background story. All right.
Great background story. Just we just decided to go to Croatia and just train surf there. So now we're here. This guy lives
It's 12:30
so
right
freely.
now. Decided to switch spots. The sun is just baking me alive. Poison went a bit further and he found a lot more wagons stacked. One of the connections was abandoned, so going to try to chill in this abandoned workers wagon. So far nothing has moved. The station is properly dead.
Yeah, welcome to the Balkans, where almost
This little
everything
house
is properly
also a nice
dead.
place to chill. Pretty abandoned. The traditional black bear of hope will be nice, fluffy, and cozy when a train comes nearby. Interpretation's great.
The Black
So
Bear
these
Hope.
wagons are basically the same
What?
ones that we see through Google Maps. So I think they've been standing here for a while. We'll see. In these tankers, the locomotive detached and went back to the harbor. Eventually, somebody should come and pick those locomotives up, or another train slowly passing by. The waiting game, but with a bit of an update, so it's good. There's movement.
Well, there's not a lot of movement. You've been waiting there almost all day, so yeah. Pretending to be train spotters. I can confirm that people in the Balkans are not going to think you're train spotters. They would train spotters in the Balkans almost not existent. They don't know what it is. They'll just think you're retarded. Acting like train spotters, not a good strategy in the Balkans.
Let's go there.
Oh shit, man.
What?
Someone in the red lobby saw us. That little place. Hey.
We need to go all the way around then.
Oh my god.
This is not good.
Uh-oh.
No, wait a bit more. Wait a bit more. Till that wagon passes.
Oh, that was smooth.
We're doing it! Fuck yeah!
They got on. After a whole day of waiting, failing one train, then being spotted for the tanker train, and now they're on the third one.
Alright, I'm waiting till the tunnel comes, because now I cannot jump in, people might see. Alright, here's the tunnel. Hi!
Wow. Look at the scenery.
What is this shit?
This is amazing. I have so much respect. I'm just silent because I'm so impressed that people do stuff like this and just go travel the world and don't give a fuck actually about anything. Which, sometimes is good. Not always, but in this case, I really enjoy this. Wow. Look at that. Such a shame that we have such beautiful countries in the Balkans, or actually the ex-Yugoslavs, but that they all have been destroyed by corruption and then political bullshit and just hatred, nationalism, that kind of bullshit. Look at that. How can such, let's say, cancer of society and of humankind be formed on such beautiful lands? Blech.
It's a small station. No, it can be. No way they saw us. Ah, shit.
Yeah, that's also with roads. Well, not so much in Croatia, because Croatia actually has decent highways and that kind of stuff, but in Bosnia, for example, there's not a lot of highways. So if you're traveling from one side from the country to the other side, 200 or 300 kilometers can take you 6 to 7 hours, and it's insane. And I do travel faster because, you know, I have all those anti-radar systems, that kind of stuff that can warns me if I'm being scanned or for police, and then I can just, you know, floor it. But it's really ridiculous how long it takes. I wonder if they're gonna make it, because the train is moving so slow.
Another station. I don't think so. I jumped kind of late, but I don't think so. The train was straight. No.
I didn't film it, but I had to jump into the wagon very quick. I jumped in right at the beginning of the station. I didn't see any workers. The train was facing forward. I doubt the side mirrors could see. I guess we'll tell in the next 10 minutes.
Also pretty dangerous that they're doing this, because not only because it's dangerous in general, but the fact that there's a lot of refugees there, and they're very, very, very hard when it comes to, you know, law enforcement against refugees. So they could think they're refugees and, you know, beat them.
Bitch.
They probably took the train with the least priority in the entire Balkans to do this.
We literally rode for 8 minutes.
Balkan people tend to do things slowly in their own way, you know? So it's like, okay, we'll get there tomorrow, or we'll get there eventually. That's the kind of the mentality.
I think less than 8 minutes.
It's
Interesting.
ridiculous. It wasn't even 10 minutes that we rode. And if it's gonna wait for another hour and a half, this is impossible. We're gonna be at the goddamn station in like 10 hours, because there's like over 10 small stations before the main Oberlin station. If it wasn't this cold, it would be doable, but now it's like, it's cold and we can't even make much noise because there's people walking around.
Trainsurfing sounds and looks all cool and stuff, but as you can see, it has a different side where they're just really suffering.
$18.20. We've been standing here for half an hour, and I want to show you something.
You probably can't see it, but neither can I. There's no locomotive. We are not sure when, but sometime through the waiting it detached and we didn't even feel it. We're just gonna make sure. So we're gonna get out of the train and sneak around to the front, but what the fuck? We're just in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and it's gonna be picked up tomorrow or something. He just does half the road and then the other shift takes the other half. No worries for hurries. No worries for hurries in the Balkans. That's a good one. Nope, no locomotive.
You son of a bitch.
Welcome, comrade, to the Balkans.
Alright, so we got three options basically. Wait here until another train comes and stops and we can hop on it, or a locomotive comes and attaches to this wagon connection and pulls it further. Or the third option, sleep somewhere up here, wake up in the morning and continue waiting here for something to stop. This is a pretty small station. It's not even a station with a sorting locomotive, although it has 4 tracks, so something should stop here to let something else pass. So we're gonna chill a bit and try to figure out which of those three
Yeah,
options
probably
we're gonna
camp
take.
and figure it out for tomorrow because it ain't going your way today, guy. There's not a lot of train track security in the Balkans. They genuinely just don't really give a shit. That was the first episode of the train surfing journey across Croatia. As you can see, compared to his other train surfing journeys which I've watched, not all of them, I've watched 1 other or 2 other videos on train surfing, you can see that he's already having a harder time in the Balkans in the first day compared to all the other days in Russia and in Switzerland. I think it was Switzerland and Russia. So it's really interesting to see, but it's also so sick to see the scenery from the train. And I don't know, maybe one day I should do something like this. I don't know. It would get me in a lot of trouble, and this guy does it for a living, but it looks really sick though. What do you guys think of this first episode? And would you ever try to train surf across a country or across a region or something like that? Would you have the balls to do it? I hope you guys like this video because I'm enjoying this a lot and I'm looking forward to do part 2. And if you did, leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I see you guys in the next video. Ciao.
Perfect.